Hey guys, I'm happy. And I'm pretty happy today. So, what's going on? What are you doing now during the quarantine? Because I just hear people feeling down because of the whole stay at home lockdown situation. And I guess my life didn't really change now. I'm just playing TFT, experimenting, and trying to find a new comp. And I actually have a real reason not to go to the university. So, yeah, cool. Last time we were talking about the basic TFT knowledge, but we left out the items. So let's just dive into it right now. So let's just talk about items. I couldn't find an updated list of all the TFT items, so yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it. You know the items, come on. So I won't talk about all the items. I'm just gonna talk about the best ones, or some underrated too that can be used. The Infinity Edge is a very strong item that can be used on high damage dealer champions. So your snipers, your blasters, your Shaco maybe. Another good item is the Giant Slayer. Although the Giant Slayer isn't used very much because blasters aren't so strong. But yeah, on a blaster comp, Giant Slayer is a very good item. So GA. Because the infiltrators are very strong and there are other strong champions like Syndra and Vel'Koz that can reach your back line. GA is a good item to keep your carry alive. So whenever you have the chance, you can build a GA, you can just do it. Another good defensive item for your carries that it's a bit underrated, but because of the meta, it's pretty good. It's the Trap Claw. So Trap Claw, it can stun one of the main enemy carries, and you can build it against the Kai'Sa, the Syndra, and the Vel'Koz mostly. And you can take them out of the fight if they don't have a Quicksilver, and those few seconds can just give you the win. So yeah, just think of giving your the trap low to your back line, or if you're dealing with a very fat Vel'Koz, you can even give it to your front line. Force of Nature, of course, is always strong and will be always strong. So with the Infinity Edge goes another item together. It's the Bramble Vest. And because the Infinity Edge is very strong, that means that the Bramble Vest is a very strong counter. So whenever you can build it on a frontline character, do it. It's very useful. And because of the rise in popularity of AP champions, the Dragon Claw is a very good item to protect yourself by them. And the Ionic Spark is a very good item to make your casters, which may be sorcerers, maybe your Kai'Sa, maybe your mech, whatever, just casters. It's a good item to enable them to do more damage. So the best tier item is the Seraph, of course. The Because of the big mana pools on set 3, the Sojin isn't very strong. Because sometimes if you put a Sojin on a character, he may not ult, and the Sojin would just be useless. So if you go for mana items, try to go for Seraphs. Other two items that go together and are very strong are the red buff and the Morello. Because of the high healing on this set, you have champions that heal, you have items that heal, you have a trait, the celestial trait, that heals. Um, Healing reduction is very important and very useful. So Morello and the red buff is two items that are must build items in many comps. You can build them in any comp actually. I'm just gonna end this with one of the best items, always the Thief's Gloves. It's an item that gives you stats and it also gives you two more items. So it can be built on a late game carry when you don't have a lot of items, or on a secondary carry. You just need to put specific items on your main damage dealer. But the Thief's Glove can go on a secondary damage dealer or even on a tank, a Cho'Gath, Vi. It's a very good item for Echo or an MF or any 5-cost champion. So let's talk which are the best early game item holders. That means which champions do we put our items that we're gonna later sell, and put it on our actual carries. Just, to have a healthy early game. First, Shura. For the Blade Master comps and the Cybernetic comps, there is a very good candidate to put early game items. Also, Caitlyn. Caitlyn is a good item holder. She's strong early game. Herald does chunks of damage, so yeah, pretty good option. Xayah. Xayah with an attack speed item or a damage item, she can be a very good early game champion. And sometimes with the right items, with static sieve and attack speed, she can be also an late game carry. So have it on your mind. Another one is Poppy, because Poppy is the Vanguard that can actually tank the less damage. And late game from your Vanguard, you mostly want to just from a one cost Vanguard, actually, you just really want him to tank damage. And Leona is the healthier option, so yeah, we just put the items on Poppy. Some other strong early game champions are Graves and Lucian. Lucian is very good early game, especially if you have 3 cybernetics or a second blaster. Other champions that we can put our items on are Ari and Darius, but I wouldn't recommend unless you have an AP item. Of course, if you want a strong early game, you can always use Blitzcrank. He has an amazing early game win ratio. He falls a little bit late game, but we need him from the early. And you can always level up to just put one more unit because 3 against 4 champions early, it's a pretty big difference. So the difference between last set is that in set 2 probably we had 5 late game carries, and I'm pretty generous right now. But right now we have Kale, a 3-star Master Yi. I am inclined to put a 3-star Yasuo in there, but Mech Pilot really counters him. But let's just say 3-star Yasuo. Sometimes Irelia, Echo, MF with AP or mana mostly. You want mana on MF. A Syndra, your Shaco. I'm not really a fan of building Shaco, but if you have the items, if you have the rolls, you can do it. It's pretty strong. Your Jhin, your Max, of course, and your Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa is probably my favorite champion because you can put items that affect a lot of units. That means Demolitionist, it stuns a lot of units. Morello procs the anti-healing and loads of damage in a lot of units. So yeah, Kai'Sa is a very good early, mid, and late game carry with the right items. And probably a 3-star if you can manage to do that. Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz is also a champion that uses very good the Demolitionist spat. And it can be played with Void and Demolitionist. So yeah, you can try that. You have a Demolitionist spat. It's very strong. It just stuns the entire team. Yeah, sure. So guys, about the transition limit game, right? That's probably a talk we must have with each comp separately. But the greater idea is that we don't really roll. We just use what champ we find that matches a certain profile for its comp. But yeah, that's probably a talk for another time. I mean, some comps want a tank, brawler, vanguard, sorcerer. It's a whole different thing for each one. But you understand the bigger picture, right? So guys, that's for today's video. Just tell me in the comments below, what are you doing during the quarantine? And yeah, hope I see you in the next video. Goodbye.